Let's raise this matter of free speech or hate speech, as it were, because yes, we've heard that there are two distinctive things, but then we have the Army speaking up about social media, where the Director of Army Information in the military, Brigadier General Nenche, did say, in the meantime, in the military, we're now taking it more seriously than ever. We have a strategic media scientist that monitor the social media to be able to sieve out and react to all the ones that will be anti-government, anti-military, and be anti-security. So this, to a lot of people, may suggest that the military may just arrest anyone who is found guilty of what they talk about here, maybe hate speech.
Or even being misinterpreted as free speech.
In a democracy, do they have those powers?
Well, see, when it goes to your hate speech, I was listening to the minister. We have to be very, very careful. Now, hate speech is defined as a speech that attacks a person or a group of people on the attributes of race, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability. So we have to look at those elements before we can classify anything as hate speech. Is it spoken? Is it written? Does it attack on the basis, on the attributes of those things, race, ethnicity, and so on and so forth? What the military is saying, again, may not be classified as hate speech. If you say something anti-government, then you can oppose the government. You can say the government is not doing its job. So they have now to sit down and determine what is anti-government. Now, if you say, well, I'm going to take over the government, well, now you're going to something else, which will not even be hate speech, but prosecutable under another law. So we have to make this distinction. Now, it scares me when the military says it has centers to monitor people online as to what they are saying, which may be anti-military, anti-government, anti-security. That is scary. Remember, we already have laws in the books that address those areas. The Cyber Security Act of 2015, Section 24 and 26, actually prohibits spreading hate on the internet, by a computer, and so on and so forth. So we are taking it to, we have to distinguish.
They say, I think they categorize it as terrorism.
Well, that is again another scary thing, because think about it. We have a provision in the Constitution that guarantees freedom of speech, freedom of expression. You have to take that within the context of what you are saying. Should people not have the right to oppose the government, oppose the military, or oppose whatever security devices or system that we have? Yes, they should have that right. Now, and that is where the military is not making that distinction yet. And to me, that is not acceptable.
So what do you see this brew into, considering what the Army is saying about hate speech?
Well, the military, from what he said, he hasn't. That's why I'm saying hate speech is different from opposing the government. Hate speech is a target attack on a person or a group of people on the attributes of certain things, your race, your ethnicity. Let me give you a classical example of hate speech that we have ignored. When people in the north says, or in the southwest say, we're giving you a quit notice to Igbos, or we're giving quit notice to Yoruba, or something, that is a classical case because, one, you are putting people in apprehension of injury, you are scaring them, you are painting them. Why will you say you don't want somebody in the territory? You are claiming some kind of possessory right over that territory when you say, well, we're giving you quit notice because you are Igbo, because you are Yoruba, because you are from the north. Now, that is a classical case of hate speech. But to go on the internet and say, well, I don't like the government. What the government is doing is not right. Or I don't like the military. Or the military is this or that. That's not hate speech. That is just the freedom of expression. Now, for the government now to set up something, the media center now monitoring those things, looking at